Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Desk Breaks. So for a lot of us sitting down, we end up being really tight in our glutes and our hip rotators, and one in particular is called a piriformis. You may have heard of it before. Sometimes people hear about sciatica or Piriformis Syndrome, and piriformis is a very, very small muscle that connects from your sacrum down into your femur. So it's pretty important in that it crosses over a major area of the body, over multiple joints, and it can compress. Just underneath it is our sciatic nerve, which is a major bundle of nerve that runs from our lower back down to our feet. So a lot of times people think they have sciatic pain, but actually they just have a very tight, short piriformis muscle that is compressing along that nerve. So we're going to do some exercises today to help work with releasing that muscle. And one of the reasons it gets tight is the motions we're in, a lot of times we're stuck holding into that area. And so these exercises are going to be really easy and gentle and just ways of letting them go. Yeah. So let's begin.
So we're going to be lying down on our sides. The knees are at a slight angle, a little less than 90 degrees. The head can rest on the same side arm, or if you have a small pillow, you can have it there. The upper arm can be just resting down here, just on top resting, or behind, just somewhere where it's not active. So sometimes when it's on the ground, we want to push, and that's not needed. You can just kind of have it hanging down, or even again having a pillow underneath and letting it rest on that. And what we're going to be looking a lot with is our hip, knee, foot area. So for the first part of the exercise, you're going to keep your knees together and then just start to take that top foot up to the sky. So this is all it is. Nothing heavy, nothing strong, just lifting the foot up and back down. Up and down. And for you gym rats, you may want to start to press really fast, but actually the slower and the more easily we go, the more beneficial it is. As when you're going faster, you're using more external muscles that are recruiting, so your glutes might be recruiting to help as opposed to getting to the deeper postural muscles, in this case the piriformis. And you can add on to it a little bit more, which is that I like to think of a rope coming down from the ceiling, and somebody is pulling you up from the rope. So instead of me lifting my leg up, my leg is being lifted up and lowered slowly down. And what this starts to do is it has us firing the neurons slightly different and helping us to reset how we normally do things. Right. Just that. Let's take a break. For the break, just come lie on your back. Hang out here for a few moments. It may not feel like we did a lot of work just there, but it's very subtle work, and it's not going to be exhausting necessarily like at a gym, but as you're rewiring how your brain actually is firing, it can be tiring, and also you want to give yourself time to integrate that movement into your body, right? Cool. Let's come back onto that right side. The legs will stay the same. And this time, we're going to bring the knee and the ankle up together at the same time. So noticing it to come up and back down. Coming up and down. And similar like before, no need to press, no need to force. The gentler and easier you go, it seems counter obvious, but usually the slower and the easier you go, the more you're able to change and let go of what you're holding on to. And as it's a muscular, unconscious pattern of holding, it's really hard to let go of what you don't know you're holding. And so when we go a little slower, you work to let go of what you don't even know about. And again, think about rope coming down so that you're lifting the legs, or the legs are being lifted up and being lowered down. Right. And take a break. Again, just lying on the back. Allowing the integration to happen from both the physical as well as the neuro aspect of things, so how your brain is coordinating the movements.
So I only did one side just to save time on this, so it's not too long of a video. You can go ahead and do the other side. If you have one piriformis or glute or area that's more tight, you may want to work a little longer with that. Something you can do during the day as well. You just stop down from the desk, take a few minutes, reset, seeing how you're noticing it. If you've only done one side, another fun thing you can do is go for a walk right now, noticing, do your sides feel different? A lot of these patterns of holding, as mentioned, they're unconscious, so you can't really think your way into fixing it. And so it's when we do these exercises and we stop, we take note, that's when the sensations arise, and within that, that's where things can start to change. If you want a little more, a fun way of adding on to that is when you're lifting the legs up, is to notice what is the first thing to move. And so you're going to think it'd be, oh, if I'm lifting my ankle up, it's my ankle. But there's going to be something else bracing, and sometimes called pre-movement, right? It's what is stabilizing you or organizing you in order to get the object to move. So just like when I lift my arm up here, it's not my arm that's first moving. It's probably, in my case, my diaphragm I can feel is contracting. There's something giving me more weight so that I can lift into the floor, that I don't just collapse over. There's all these little subtle things. And you may say, well, why is this important? But again, I'll go back to my previous comment, which is that if we're doing all these things that are unaware, the more we become aware of them, the more we can see things, the more we can make changes. So these inquiries are all about becoming more aware. But for some of us, that may be more than we really want. So what I'll say is just do the basic exercises. I will give you variations on which you're welcome to build as you seem fit. So thanks for tuning in for another desk break. As always, if you have questions, send messages. I'll be doing a bunch of meditations and free classes online just to give information and help out to people. You can find the links on this YouTube site or on my website, andrewrosenstock.com, via Facebook and Instagram and all of that social media stuff. But whatever works for you, just let me know, and we're here to help you guys all feel better. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.